Hi there, this is going to be the last part, searching through these 1100 pennies. This is going to be part 9, and that is what's left in there. Probably more than I thought actually, but we've got to get through it in this video, so let's get on with it. Quick look at what we need. Obviously the 50 and 51, they're hard to find. Low mintage figures. 1953, I have found a few of those, but not in this hunt so far. I did ask the Royal Mint, were any minted for circulation, but I haven't heard back from them yet, because the 1953 has got a 1.3 million mintage figure. So was that a circulating figure, or did they all come out of commemorative packs for that year? And as usual, the older Victorian ones are harder to find, especially the 68, 69 and 71. Right, sorry if I can get hold of enough. There we go. I have to tip that box up in a minute, I think. Right. Oh yeah, I did ask in the last video, do you want me to look through them like this and then bring something nearer to the camera that I find interesting, or carry on this way? Everybody said carry on this way. Well, everybody that commented on that anyway. So that's what I'll do. Okay, 1934. There's a 1900 Victoria. 1929, that would be King George V. There he is. Strange markings on there, but I don't know what that is. Right, 1936, another George V. I think that's just damage. Don't think that's anything to do with lamination. No, it's just damage. Right, another Victoria, 1901. Do have a better condition one on that than that. 1930. Right, we've got 35, 65. There's an older Victoria, what's that, 91? 1891, but again, do have a better condition one than that. 36. There's a 1922. Let's have a look at that trident, the middle prong. Is it touching the beads? Oh yeah, it definitely is. So that's a common one. Victoria and the 1900. 1938. Is that another? These King, look at that, another dirty ear. This batch, the Kings, have got dirt in their ears for some reason. Right, George V, 29. 1921. It's not too bad, that. 21. I don't know, probably not on that side though. There's a 1902. Do have a 1902, but I think that might be slightly better. As you can see, the tide level is exactly where Victoria's legs cross. Not Victoria, Britannia, sorry. So that is a high tide. A low tide, it would be just down that level there. But it might... Oh, what's that? A bit of corrosion going on there. Could be something to do with the laminate peeling away perhaps, but that's a shame. Right, 1948. There's a George VI again. 1944 this time. 1927. Right, 1938. There's a Edward. 1908 and a 1919 with no mint mark. Nothing much in that handful. The 1902 is slightly better than that one, even though it's got that little bit of anomaly on there. Someone might find that interesting, so I'll put that down there with it. I don't have an upload schedule. Whenever I've finished a video, I'll upload it. It could be any time. So if you click on subscribe, and then click that little down arrow, then click on all, the little bell will turn white, and you'll be notified when I upload a video. Thank you very much. A couple of people said in the last video I missed an upgrade for the 1912 with the H mint mark, but I don't think I did, because that's not in bad condition, that one. That's pretty nice. And the 1912 without the mint mark, that's quite nice as well. A lot of detail on there. So, I don't think I did. Okay, George V. There's a 1912. Don't think there's a mint mark there. Nope. 1913. 64. There's a Victoria. Is it one we haven't got? No, 1890. 1920. Common version. There's a 1914. Not the best. Victoria, 1896. 1929. What's this? Must be a 5 centimes. It's small. Yeah, it's got to be 5 centimes. A mint mark, so that will be Napoleon III. Yep. 1861. It's not too bad on that side, is it? A bit worn on that side though. Oh well, it's a different one. There's 1939. 36. 1930. What have we got here? Oh, 62. It's not bad for 62. Do have a nice one though. 1913. Oh, 1889. And we've got a better one than that down there. 66. 1912. No mint mark on that one either. 1921. It's not too bad. Edward VII, 1907. Alright, there's a 1912. That has got a mint mark on it, but as you've just seen, we do have a better one than that. And last one in this handful is a 1930. That 1907 is slightly better. Not much, but a little bit. And the only other one is this 1861 5 centimes, Napoleon III. So that can go there. Right then, what have we got here? 1936. 1901, Queen Victoria. 28. 1891 is that? Yeah, 1891, but not the best. Do have a better one than that. Alright, 1935. 1930. 38 is a Victoria. 1900. 1921. 34. 1935. There's a 1940. There is a little variety that I'm still sort of doing a bit of research on. Probably make a video on that soon. Go to Matt's Coins. He's done a little video on that, short video. 1883. Do need that, I think. Yep, we do need an 83. We found one in this hunt, but I needed that for my Whitman album. So that is another one for the book. 1885. Oh, I got an 85, and just looking down there, it is around about the same condition. Alright, 1907. 1931. There's a 1930. Is that better than the one on the board? I'll check. 1946. Looking for a little dash. Ooh, what's that up there? No, slightly the wrong place and slightly the wrong shot has come off anyway, so just a bit of dirt. Not the 1946 dot penny. Right, there's a 1916, not a recessed ear, and a 1938 George VI. Okay, that 1930 is slightly better, so that's a little bit of an upgrade there. And the 1883 can go down there. Not a bingo line though, not yet. Need an 1880 and a 78, isn't it? Yeah, 78 as well. Need 86, that'll do us a bingo line. Just looking at the 1901 again, it does look like there's some kind of mint mark on there, doesn't it? But it can't be, because there's no mint marks on 1901s. Yeah, it's gone. Just a bit of dirt. Right, that's what's left in there. Probably more than I thought. It's going to be a long video, because it's definitely going to be the last part. Right, let's straighten that up. There we are, and grab another handful. Right. Elizabeth II, 1962. George VI, 1946. Come on, we'll find one of those little dots up there, a little dash after the E, but not on that one. 1936. 1900. Not very nice condition. There's another 1876. You can just see the H mint mark under the date. They've all got the H mint mark that year. Oh, that's terrible condition. Okay, we got a 1935 now. That's quite dirty. I think that's dirty enough for the dirty mug. Yet another one. It's filling up. Carrying on. George V, 1920. And it is the common one. 62. Oh, another 62. There's a 1919. It's got a bit of striping on there due to a bad mix of alloy, probably. Yeah, you can see it on the other side as well. 1962 again. There's a Victoria. Come on, is it a new one? That is 1862, and that is in not very nice condition. Right, 62, 1962 again. There's another 1912, but no mint mark on that one. 1945. On the 1945s, look for a double struck 9, but you can't really see it unless it's extremely clean. I'll clean that up later and have a look, but I don't think it is. Okay, 1913. 21. There's a 1965. And there's a kangaroo, Australia, 1964. Bit of corrosion there, not too bad though. Very badly minted. Look at that one. Very weak strike there. It's got a dot after the word penny. If you can see that. There it is, there it is. So that's a Perth mint, made at Perth in Australia. And somebody said they saw a KG, or a mint mark, above the tail. It's not a mint mark. KG stands for Kruger Gray, and that's George Kruger Gray who designed that for this coin. So it's not a mint mark, it's the designer's initials. Right, last one. Oh, that's a shiny. Shined up 1920. So that can go in the dirty mug. Not much to add in that handful then, just the Australian one. It's about 8 or 9 now. Right, let's get them down that corner and I can grab them. Quite a few that time. Right. There is George V. 1919. No mint mark. There's a 1911. I think that's probably better than the 1911 on the board. Now, is it the Gobi X? Is there a hollow at the back of the king's neck? No, there is not. Right, let me go and get one and I'll show you what I mean. There's the one I've just found, and this one here is a hollow neck version. If you can see that, there's a clear hollow in the back of the king's neck. It's called the Gobi X, named after Michael Gobi, who discovered it. See, that one's got a flat neck, and that one, you can clearly see the hollow there. Another thing to look for, this is the Gobi X underneath, and you can see the eye in Brit is pointing straight at that tooth. Yeah, the common one, it's harder to see on this one, but it's pointing between the teeth. It's not pointing directly at them. That's another thing to look for. I have done a video about the 1911 hollow neck penny, so I'll put a link at the end and you can go and have a look, see what else you need to look for. But this one, if I was to sell this, I'd probably get between £35 and £40 for it. It's not too bad. But this one, it's just a common one, but it is better condition than the one on the board, so I'll replace that. Right, 1921. 1964. There's George V. 1920. That is the common version. That's not bad condition. Someone told me in the comments that I missed an upgrade on the 1920 in the last video, but this one's not too bad, so I'll upgrade it with that. And there's another 1920, not so good. Oh my god. Oh, it's an Australian one. 1921, is that? 1921, yeah. Look at the state of it. Oh, I can't put that on the board. That's one for the dirty mug. Alright, it's a shame, but I don't think we got a 1921 Australia. 1937. 1921. 1901. Queen Victoria. Another 1920. I always check, because when I sort them out and put them into different dates, and I always double check everything then anyway, so don't worry if I miss it while I'm going through it. Oh, look at that, another terrible condition. 1896. 1928. And there's a halfpenny. 1949. And that ship is the Golden Hind, Sir Francis Drake's Golden Hind. Not too bad. Oh, what's this? Another awful 1896. 1936. 1917. That's not too bad. Another 1919, but we can't see a mint mark on there. Nope. There's a 1940. Now, apart from the new variety that we will mention in another video, you're looking for the double line above the date. The Exerg line. That's got a double line. If you find a single line, it's a little bit harder to find. I certainly wouldn't call it rare, but definitely harder to find. 1921. There's a 1902, and that's a high tide, as you can see there. Right, 1913. Come on, let's have another mint mark. No. And a 1927. Okay, the 1911 is definitely better. The 1920, I think that's that one, no? 1920, yeah, that's pretty bad condition, is it? That one's much better. And another one for the halfpenny pile. Okay. Alright. Okay, King George V, 1935. There's an 1867. We want to see a dot between the O and the N. And there's a mark there, not in the right place. That's just a bit of damage. It's not a very nice condition anyway. Can't tell whether it's high or low tide. Terrible. There's a 1917. Edward the 7th there. Another 1907. There's a 1917. It's probably been cleaned in the past. Oh yeah, it definitely has. In that pot it goes. It'll soon be full, soon be overflowing. Right, there's a 1920, and that's going in there as well. Look at that. There you go. Right, 1919, but we haven't got no mint mark on that one. Another 1920. Common type. 1899 Victoria. Oh my god. That's going in there as well. Lots in the dirty mug. 1900, another Victoria. Damage there, is that? Could be a lamination error there. Something peeling away, but no, I suspect it's just damage. What do you reckon? That's not going in the dirty mug unless it's... No, that's not quite dirty enough for the dirty mug. Oh, and there's a farthing. 1918. Britannia. 1937 onwards, it was the wren on the reverse of the farthing. George V. Now, my theory about these coins is they came from an old arcade that closed down 66. That's why a 1966 pennies are really nice, and we don't get any 1967s. But then how would that explain farthings? Because farthings were demonetised on the 31st of December 1960. So on the morning of 1961, on January the 1st, you couldn't spend these. So why am I finding farthings in these batches? I do remember some old penny pushers for halfpennies before they were demonetised in 69. But I don't remember anything to do with farthings. Well, I wouldn't do. Can't remember back as far as 1960. So why I'm finding them in these batches is a mystery. Any theories, anyone? Right, there's a 1963. That's not bad, is it? I'll check that. It might be better than one on the board. Right, 1897 again. I'm not going to see whether there's a dot there. Can't see anything. It's too far gone, that is. And it's a low tide. My voice holds up to the end of this video. I hope it does. And it's a low tide, which is common for an 1897. 1914 again there. Oh, come on, go BX, go BX, go BX. No, flat neck, common coin. 1937. And there's another 63. And there's a rough looking 1893. Better one than that. And there's another one. What's this? Come on, this is something new. Oh, what on earth is that? Could be 1860. Could be 18. I don't know. Can I get that any clearer? No, I don't know what that is. Could be 1889. Unlikely to be 1869, but we never know. 1938. And the last one here is a 1936. The 1963 is a little bit better, so I will change that one. And the 1918 farthing. I think I might have said 1867 for that one. Obviously, I meant 1897. Come on it. Right. What do we got here then? A 1921. Another George V. Bit of head damage there. 1918. Is that a mint mark? Yeah, it is a mint mark. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's almost disappointing finding a mint mark when the coin's in that condition. Look at that. Certainly ain't going to have a lot of value to it, if anything. Right, 1945. I can't see whether that 9 is double struck or not. Let me show you one. I did find one in a hunt. Don't think you can see that. I'm going to have to put it under the microscope. You should be seeing that under the microscope now. I'll edit it in later. There we go. And if you can see that, you can see the 9 there. It's been double struck. Sometimes even more than double. Sometimes 3, even 4 times. But it is really hard to see through the phone. Just about see it there. I do check them all, and if this one is one, I'll let you know, but I don't think it's going to be. Right, another 1919. A mint mark on that one. 21. Oh, and some bits chipped off it there. Yep, someone sliced that off there. And there. Or filed it down, probably. That's more likely. But anyway, what was it? 1906. 1947. There's a 1916. Not RSS dear. 1930. 65. 29. Another 65. Another George V. 1913 this time. 1931. That looks like it's been bleached. Got a horrible feel to it. In there it goes then. Right, George VI. Can't really tell, but I will let you know if it is another one. 99. Right, there's a 1903. Is it the open 3? No, it's a common closed 3. Oh, there's another jersey. In fantastic condition as usual. Commemorating 900 years since the Battle of Hastings. 1917. 1907. 1929. 1915. Is that going to be a recessed here? No, it isn't. And a 1927. Right, let's tip this box right up now. Getting harder to grab them. Ooh, look at that farthing. And it's a Wren this time. 1946. George VI. Don't think we found 46. Right, what's this? 1907. Edward VII. There he is. Elizabeth II. 62. 1932. 39. There's a 61. 1906. No upgrade there though. There's a 1914. 1930. That might be better than the 1930 on the board. I'll have a look. 1914. 34. 1902, and again it's a high tide. Clearly see the tide level there. So that's a common one. Right, 1919, is that going to have a mint mark? Some mark there, but not in the right place. Just a little bit of damage. The mint mark would be slightly to the left of that. So that's not one. Right, 1917. And another 1920. Nope. Oh, there's a halfpenny. A very worn 1911 halfpenny. God, very thin. I shouldn't be comparing it to a penny anyway. It would be thinner than a penny, but very worn. There's a 1946. Come on, have we got that dash after the E? No. Nothing there. 1936. 34. There's an old one. Is that 1876 again? No, it's not, is it? It's 1870, I think. Or is that a 9 on the end? Oh, it's difficult. It's an O, isn't it? It's a 0. 1870. Pretty sure that's what it is. Very warm, but I haven't got an 1870. Let's see if I can get it in a different light. Focus in a different light, will it? Over that way. Yeah, that's 1870. I don't want to put the wrong date on the board. Right, what we got here, 1965. That's not dirty enough. And Victoria, 1897. So has it got the dot? No. The 1911 halfpenny, the 1946 farthing, and that, which I'm 99% sure is an 1870. Oh, not too many now. Okay, there is George V. 1912, it has got an H mint mark on it. But I do have a better one than that. 1927. 1919, no mint mark. There's a 1921. 36. 1932. 1907. Edward the 7th. So 1887 or 5? 1885. Not the best. We've got one that you can clearly read the date on. Right, 1928. 1900. Is that dirty? Oh, go on then. I'll put it in. Right, we have got 1889. Just looking on the board. No, I do have a better one than that. What's this one? Another 1885. Right. 1920. Common type. 1928. 1936. 29. There's a 1946. We will find one of those with a dash on it one day. But there's lots of marks there, but nothing in the right place, nothing that's correct. Alright, 1937. What's this? Oh, another Australian. Another Australian. 64. And it's another Perth, I think. Is there a dot there or not? No, it's not a dot. It's not in the right place. So that could be a Melbourne mint then. I think that's a Melbourne. Let's compare it with the other one. Yeah, there's a dot on the top one. I can't see one. Or is it now? No. Yeah, I've given it a rub and you can see the dot there now. So it's not a Melbourne mint, it's a Perth mint. Okay, and the only other thing left in my hand is another halfpenny from 1921. Really bad condition. So all we've got is the 1921 halfpenny and yet another Australian penny. Right, that's what's left. Let's get that paperwork out of the way. And that. Can I get it all in one handful? No, I think there's going to be two handfuls there. Yeah, that's about as many as I can manage. Right, let's move it back over. Right, big handful this time. The penultimate handful. And there is a very dirty 1915. Could it be a recessed ear type? No. In the pot it goes though. Right, is that another one for the dirty mug straight away? Yeah, I think it is. Let's bung it in there. It's nearly full, so I'll soon be giving that lot away. Might even be the next video, or the one after. Right, okay, we've got 1912. I don't think there's a mint mark on there, is there? Nope. No mint mark on that one. Victoria, 1897. Right, is there a dot between the O and the N? Nope. And is it a high tide? No, it's a common low tide. Right, 1921. George V. There's a 1914. You can see the double line above the date, the exerg line. We're looking for a single line. I've got the double line already. Oh dear, what's this? 1913. Battered penny. 1916. Normal. There's a 1913. 62. 1908. And a halfpenny. Well, 1936. I don't think we've got a 36 yet. Right, 1939. George VI. 63. There's a 1920. Oh, and that is the normal one. You can see the A and the B of the words Gras and Brit very close together, and the colon's almost touching both, especially the A. So you know that's a common one. Okay, here's a 1921 penny, and this is an obverse 3. So let me show you the difference. There we are. If I can freeze that image. So there, the one at the top is the common 1920, the obverse 2, and the bottom dot of the colon, look at that, is nearly touching the A and the B. But look at the bottom one, the obverse 3, and you can see there's a clear gap between the A and the colon, and an even bigger one between the colon and the B. I mean, I can spot that instantly. So what to look for is a 1920 penny with an obverse 3. Extremely rare. And I'll just mention that the 1921 has obverse 2 and obverse 3. Both are quite common for that year. I don't even bother looking for them. I've done a video on that. Have you got a rare 1920 penny? If you want to have a look. What to look for? 1942 farthing. I've got a 42, can't remember. No, I think it was a 46, wasn't it? Right, another farthing. There's an 1899 Victoria. 1928. Oh, look at that, another battered coin. This time it was 1918. Luckily no mint mark on it. George V. 34. 1920. 1927. 1936. 48. 1901. Victoria. There's another 1920. It's a common one, and I think those markings are just damage. See on the top there as well. (1938). 1907, that's been shined and polished, so that's on going in the dirty mug. What's this one if it focuses? There we go. 1905. The last one in this handful is a 1948. Alright, so we've got a 1936 halfpenny and 1942 farthing. Right, let's get the rest out. Let's grab it in this time. Come up one at a time, make sure there's none left in the corners. Alright, there we go. Let's see what we can find here then. A 1961 Queen Elizabeth II. George V, 1927. There's a 1938. And I've just dropped it. Pick it up. There it is. 1911 now. Is that a Gobi X? No, just a plain one. Just a flat neck. Okay. 1921. 32. 1963. 37. 1945, I'll check that 9, let you know. What we got here then, 1928, that's been polished, look at that. And there it goes, oh there's a halfpenny. What's this, 1931, don't think we've got a 31. Another halfpenny. 1930. So we've got a 30 and a 31. Alright, 1946, come on. No. 1915. Right, what have we got here? 1939. 1901. Another halfpenny. On the small ones at the bottom of the box. 1939 this time. Alright, 1919. No mint mark. 61. We've got a 1934. Can you hear the wind outside? It's getting really windy. Right, oh, there's another polished one. A 1945. Don't look like a double minted 9. That can go in there then. There's a 1931. There's an old one, Victoria. 1891. That might be an upgrade. I'll check that in a minute, but very much could be. I'll have a look. 1938. 64. Dirty mug. Yep. Nearly full now. Right, 1921. And the very last one in this batch of 1100 pennies is a 1900 Queen Victoria. So it's 3 more halfpennies. And the 1891 is definitely an upgrade. So I'll swap that. Well, it wasn't too bad in the end. Not too many gaps there. I've had worse before. I've got a 1919 KN. And some of these are in quite nice condition. And I've got these over here, which I'm keeping, which are the stamped ones. And the 1915 recessed ear. I'm keeping that one. Okay, now I'll sort out the best quality dates in this lot here. Okay, Australia, pennies, 1916, 22, 27, 36, 55, 58, and that's the best one of the 1964s. There was 4 of those. Jersey, 1945, 57, 64, and 66. Quite a lot of different halfpennies. Can't be bothered to sort them out, so the winner can have all those. There's that. Can't make head nor tail of that, as they say. French 10 centimes, 1853, 1854 and 1916. Only 2 different dates on the Irish pennies this time, 1942 and 1963. Farthings, 1917, 1918, 42, 44 and 46. There's the 1861 5 centimes. French, Napoleon III. And the 1949 8 doubles from Guernsey. Okay, until then, please subscribe to the channel, click that like button, and if you want to become a member, it's only 99p a month, that'll help me no end. Okay everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.